Hi friends! Thank you for joining me today. It's Andrea here. Welcome to Season 2, Episode 2 of my Itaki Pro series. In this episode, we're going to make Mapo Tofu with steamed rice. There's a lot of history to this dish, but one of the reasons why Sichuan food is so spicy is the wet and cold climate there. So the heat in the spices really warms you up. My version is made with tofu and ground chicken instead of ground pork like you would find in the restaurant, but it will still heat up your tongue and numb it as well. So let's get started. Okay, so we're gonna start with some firm tofu, and we're going to cut about a cup's worth of this and then put it into a large metal bowl. It always sits with liquid, so I just like to poke a hole into the packaging and then drain it before I handle this. The liquid is all drained from the package. It makes it easier to open up this the tofu without the liquid splashing everywhere. So we're just gonna go ahead and cut this into little cubes. This is probably perfect 1 centimeter cubes. We're also going to mince 1 clove of garlic. My clove is a little small, so I'm going to add another small one to make up for the difference. Now we're going to mince half a teaspoon worth of ginger. And we are going to chop up 1 stalk of green onion. Okay, now we're going to make the sauce, and we're going to make it in the large metal bowl here. To make the sauce, we're going to combine 1/2 cup of water, 2 tablespoons of chili bean sauce, 1/4 teaspoon of 5 spice powder, 1 teaspoon of sugar, 1 Sichuan peppercorn, and 1 teaspoon of cornstarch. We're gonna stir this. Now we can add the tofu in. Okay, let's set this aside for now. We're going to make the marinade now. Okay, so I have here about 1/2 cup of ground chicken. I'm going to add the ginger, the garlic, and 1/2 of the green onions to my ground chicken here. Okay, so I'm gonna add in a pinch of sugar, pinch of white pepper, splash of fish sauce, 1/4 teaspoon of soy sauce, and 1 teaspoon of cornstarch. Now we can stir everything together. Okay, so we're going to put in our mixed chicken mixture into our little container here. And the reason why we are not throwing this directly into here is because this chicken mixture needs to marinate and incorporate its own personal flavors before we throw it in to the large food bowl. Okay, so now in the small food bowl, we are going to put a single portion of rice. For us, that's 80 milliliters of uncooked rice, but it might be different for you. So we're going to start by putting our single portion of rice in our little food bowl here, and then we are going to wash our rice 3 times, and you'll do this by adding a good amount of water, swirling it around and dumping out the water, and then doing this another 2 times. Now we are going to put the small food bowl on top of the large food bowl, and we are going to put the lid on. And we are going to put it inside the Itaki Pro. Then we could put everything in the fridge for later, when we're ready to cook. Oops, almost forgot to pack away the rest of my green onions, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Okay, now everything goes in the fridge now. Okay, so now about 1/2 an hour before lunchtime, it's time to take your things out of the fridge and then assemble. Okay, so open this up, take this out, open up the lid. Open up the lid. Okay, so we are going to add an equal amount of water as our rice to our rice here. So for our 80 milliliters of rice, we're going to add 80 milliliters of water. Now we're going to open up our chicken mixture and add it in with the tofu and the sauce mixture. Okay, we're gonna stir it in and break up any large pieces. You'll wanna break up the large pieces so that it will cook evenly and properly. Okay, so now that that is all mixed in together, we are going to put the rice on top of the tofu mixture, and then we are going to add 80 milliliters of water to the heating plate. Put the metal bowls on top of the heating plate, put the lid on, snap the sides closed, and then push the button. So half an hour later, when the light turns off, it should be ready. And here it is, friends. Easy Mapo Tofu in the Itaki Pro. Be sure to soak up the oily sauce with lots of rice. If you want to make this a little healthier, consider using turkey instead of chicken. Add the rest of our green onion here. And of course, if you really want to enhance that Mapo Tofu experience even further, sprinkle on some freshly ground Sichuan peppercorn powder right before serving for that numbing taste. So thank you again for joining me today. If you like my video, please click the like button and don't forget to subscribe for more fun food ideas to make in the Itaki Pro. Until next time, friends. Mwah!